The eviction process. This video gives you a quick overview of how the eviction process works in California. Step 1. Notice. First, the landlord must send you a notice. The most common type is a 3-day notice to pay rent or quit. This tells you that you must pay all your rent stated in the notice within 3 days of receiving it. If you don't, the landlord can start an eviction lawsuit. In situations where the tenant is up to date on rent but is in violation of the lease, say they have a dog living in the place and the lease prohibits pets, the landlord sends a 3-day notice to perform or quit. If you're on Section 8 or in public housing, this may be 10 days or 90 days. Step 2. Eviction starts. If your landlord believes you didn't comply with the notice, she starts the lawsuit by sending you a document called an unlawful detainer summons and complaint. This needs to be given to someone in your household or, with court approval, sent by mail. You have only 5 days to reply to the lawsuit.
5 court days, so weekends and court holidays are excluded.
You must file either a general denial or an answer at the courthouse that is listed on the complaint. You can go online to the Superior Court's website or go to the courthouse to get a document called the answer and fill out and file. Some courthouses have self-help centers and give free assistance in preparing it. Always file an answer. If you don't file it, you will lose automatically. It costs $225 to file the answer. If you can't afford it and are low income, you can request a waiver of that fee by filing a form called a request for fee waiver. On your answer, you will list defenses to the eviction, and most common ones for a notice to pay rent or quit are that your home has unhealthy, unsafe, or unsanitary conditions, called a breach of the warranty of habitability, like bad plumbing, cockroaches, holes in walls, etc., that you paid the rent or don't owe as much as the notice said you owed. For notices to perform or quit, a defense is that you did whatever you were supposed to do within the 3 days. Part 3. Court. You'll get a notice from the court telling you your trial date, which is usually about 20 days after you file your answer. You have to show up to court on time or you will lose. Here's what can happen at court. You and the landlord try to settle the case. The landlord may agree to accept your rent and repair the unit, and you stay.
You can also agree to move out.
But you get some time so that you can find a new place and seal your record. Some landlords are willing to forgive all or some of the owed rent if you agree to be out by a certain date. If you don't settle, you will have a trial. It is very hard to do this without an attorney. It's important you have all your evidence, like proof you paid your rent or pictures of the bad conditions, and any witnesses with you. After the trial, the judge will either give a decision verbally or will mail the decision. If you win, you must still pay any back rent. If you lose, you will be locked out by the sheriff in 2 to 3 weeks. You will receive a 5-day notice to vacate on your door, so you will know exactly when to be out. You will have an eviction on your record, so it may be difficult to find a new place to rent.